Hi everyone. Well, you've asked me for this tutorial, so I'm now going to do it. But you'll have to bear with me because I'm still a bit, what's it with it? I've not done this for a long time. Rosemary said, that's Duchess, she says that she used to do it with paper. We did as well. We used to do it making cards when we were younger. And with the background used to be lattice work and then the picture in the middle, but with that going, and it was a stunning effect, so try that if you can. All I've done at the moment is I've taken a piece of card, I've marked this out like that, and all you do is corner to corner. It's just a rough guide to help you keep it straight, corner to corner. And then I've just done mine the width of a ruler. Wherever I put my ruler, it's gone. Just the width of a ruler and gone like that as a guide, and you'll see why. Take a piece of card, because my picture is only small, the material that lays over it, like that, which is where I will start, leaves this gap here. So, to stop that, so it doesn't look odd, but I put some, I'll just show you the other one. What did I do with it? Here it is. I did, because the picture was showing, the gap above and sides was showing, I just added this, but I'll do like that effect. So, just to be on the safe side, let's put some card on here. A nice dark background for the picture to stand out. Oh, come on. I'm hoping to do this in one video, hopefully. So what I'm going to do now is just pop this kind of central. It doesn't matter as long as you've got the lines, to go on. And then this picture, I've just put a bit of tape on it, is to try and get that as central as possible, which is about there. That will do. Doesn't matter if that card shows then. Now what you do is you take your first layer. I'm going to have the patterned one first, and I've cut it about 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches. That's all you need. You do have to make sure it's long enough to go from there to there, but these ends get cut off, so don't worry about them. So, take that, you fold it in half, not in half, sorry, fold it down just to give you something to glue on. Pop that down, and just glue the centre for now. Don't worry about anything else yet. And then I'm following that line, which is the first one. And just glue that on like that. And then what you can do is, if it's not quite glued, just glue it down, basically. That's all you do, is glue that down. Oops, sorry. Like that, okay? Now if you want to, you can, is just to run the glue gun over and press that down flat. That will help, okay? And then you take the next piece and you do exactly the same again. Like that, okay? Like I say, it's quite easy to just glue the bit in the middle that you're going to be putting down. Spin your picture around. Oops, caught that on myself. And pop that on. Sorry if I'm out of shot, I'll get back in. And just pop that on like that, okay? Then just lift that up, and you've got the line to go on. Just do that and glue that down. Like, sorry if my big head's in the way. Lift that up, and again glue that down, and then just run the glue gun straight down there to flatten that down, and that will hold that tight, okay? Now you can cut them off now, or cut them off altogether, it doesn't matter, and you just need to trim that like that. It's easier if you do it as you go along, okay? So you've got that. Turn it the other way and continue with the other two pieces. So again, we'll just fold that down like that. Hopefully I can get this done in one video. Like that. Okay. So you've got that as a guide, and just make sure the material meets up, adjusts up against the line. It's really, really simple, but looks, you know, very effective. Again, take the glue gun straight down and then just glue that down. You can already see the kind of thing you're getting. Like that. Oops, sorry. Just make sure you've got that. And because you're cutting it off, it doesn't matter. It doesn't quite meet. Like that. And the great thing is the glue gun you just use, don't you? We use it every day, and it's a blessing really, and so quick for your projects. I'm just going to glue that down a little bit more there, like that. And again, just chop off. Wrong scissors, girl. Come on. Like that. And these little canvases are really great. So you can see that. Okay. And then what you do is you take your plain colour, and we're just going to do the same again. Okay. So fold it over. Like that. I'm going to get some more glue in a minute. And then you want to leave a gap. So I'm leaving about 1/2 centimetre. Okay. Bring that back. If you're not confident about doing it like that, glue the material. Take the material back and just glue down there. That's nothing. It's easier. Because you do have to try and keep this. We just get some more glue. Fold that back and press. Like that. Okay. And then just keep going. I'm going to let this camera just run as long as it will, because it'll be a little bit longer, I think, and then I'll stitch it together. I'll do another one. Oops, a daisy. Oh, my glue gun's wobbling about like mad. So I'm just going to take that and then pop that like that. Okay, just like that. Oops, I didn't quite get that, I don't think. Like I say, because it's good for just pressing down. Like that. Just make sure you've got that level. Doesn't that look great? Looks fab already. Now when you push it back over, don't pull it. You just need to flip it over and press down. Okay. I won't cut that just yet because I'm going to do this one. Like I say, just fold it again. So I hope you're seeing this. Like that. Making sure you've got it roughly the same. This is the gap you need here. I hope I'm in shots. Sorry if I'm not, I'm trying. Like I say, just flip that down, but don't pull on it. So you just cut the amount of layers. You want 4 of each pattern, each layer. sorry, I was going to do it a different way then. So I'm basically just doing it in the middle just to secure it, and then flip the ends back like that. Just like that. Okay. And you're done like that. And then, like I say, just snip off all the excess. And Diana, I mentioned Diana 1966, I think it is. Diana, I do still have your stamp, darling. I've not got rid of it. It's sat here. And I've got several parcels I have to get ready and hand out. I know I'm slow, but I've had so much on, it's unbelievable. Right, so now we've got that. Doesn't that look fabulous? And like I say, it doesn't quite matter if, because I can always take that off and level it out a little bit. In fact, I think I will. I'm just going to pull that and make sure I get that in the centre. A little bit better than that. And just tuck that under there. And you can either leave it like that, or you can, you know, put some trimming around it as well. So that's fine. And then we're going back to the flowered one again. So again, just fold it. Again. I just love it. What you know, this is what you call a vintage picture. Or a vintage. I'm going to use this as a book cover as well. Well, do you know what? I might not. I might just do this one and then give this one away to somebody who can make a vintage book from it, a book cover. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what I'm doing. Depends how it goes and whether I've got time to do anything else with it. Okay. I mean, I was thinking about having another auction because I'm gathering so many things that I've made that I really do need to start and get them down a bit now. That's fabulous, that. Love it. Excuse me. Like I say, I'm just folding it over like that. A little bit of glue down the middle, a couple of inches, just to secure that on there, like that. Okay, and then we pull that ends back. It's so easy to do this. Doesn't it look hard? Doesn't it look like there's, you know, heaps and heaps and heaps of work gone into it? Well, there is, but it just looks so expensive compared to... Do you know what? And to buy these would cost you an absolute arm and a leg. I've just been looking on eBay now for vintage things, and my word, I'll tell you. They're asking the earth for it, and you can make it. You only need to be shown how. And I don't know anybody who can't do this. I wouldn't... I'd be... You know, just believe me, you can do it. Whatever level of crafter you are, you can do this. You're cutting strips and sticking them on like this. Somebody's showing you how to do it. Of course you can do it. And I hope somebody will come along and show us their work. So if you do try this, please do a video and show us your work. Especially if it's somebody who's never done one before, that'd be fantastic to see that. Have I not? I thought I'd glue that one. I haven't, obviously. Okay, so we'll just get rid of that. Isn't that gorgeous? You only need to know how to do it. You can all do this sort of thing. The thing is, with a lot of the young ones today that's crafting, they don't know how we used to make things when we were their age. And I'm not saying anything disrespectful about them, but you young uns, watch and learn, because this is how you do learn. And that's not disrespect to anybody, but you know, I've learned how the young ones craft. But the young ones, when they want to do shabby chic and vintage, you know, watch how we craft, how we used to do it. When you basically had very little to craft with. You know, you didn't have things in a packet because it was all done by hand. So, and I hope the younger ones will try this. Because this is real vintage. This is how it used to be. Okie dokie. Now, what I'm going to try and do now on this one is to add, I'm just going to cut this off first and I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm not sure if it'll work, 'cause I can't remember. Let me just move those bits out of the way. See, isn't that fantastic? And it is. It really is nice. Okay, just make sure these are stuck down. Like that. Now, I have to try and do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a broader one and I'm just going to fold that like that and just pop that on there. Okay, like that. lift that up, and then what I'm going to do is, I have to make sure that's straight, run that like that, okay, and then fit that on there, like that, and then I'm going to bring that over, yeah, so then just cut that off, making sure I don't cut that material. And then do the same with this. So this is just to pad this out a little bit where I didn't do it before. And then I'm just going to pull that over like that. That's a lot better. Like that. Right. Make sure this bit's glued down. Like that. Excuse me. Okay, and then you flip that over. And then what I'm going to do is just pull that in. Yeah, I'm going to put a backing on this so it doesn't matter that I've done that. Okay. I'm just going to pull that over like that, pull it in tight. And then with this section is to push that in. So what I'll do is I'll just little dab of glue just to hold that. Okay, and then I'm going to pull that over. So we run the glue gun up like that. And then you have to pull that tight like that. And then when your back goes on, you won't see any of that. That'll be fine. And I've cushioned that like that. And I did want the colour, the patterned one on the outside. If you see that, okay. So I'm going to do that again. Excuse me. So again, turn the fabric over like that. Get this into view so you can see it. Do that. Okay. I've got glue, like spidery glue bits all over me. Let's just make sure this is all pinned down. Like that. And pull that back. Now you can just glue that down, it's nothing that. Okay. And then pop your thing in there and then just chop that off. Pull that back. Okay, take that over. Just make sure that this section here is glued down like that. Okay, and then we turn that over and we're doing the same thing again. So we'll glue that bit down to hold it, and you're pulling that one over first. So follow the just pull that over like that. Then we tab that together like that. Put a little bit of glue in there to secure that. And then we just pull that over like that. Okay. And it is quite flat, so that's fine. Look, it's quite flat. Don't worry about this because you're going to put some bias binding on or something like that. But look, what a fantastic finish. Okay. Now, we're just going to do this section as well. So you need, this piece has to be broader than those bands because you're covering the whole end. I mean, I could have done another layer on top. I don't want to do that. I'm quite happy with it as it is. And I'm sure you can agree. It's quite a nice look. ending with the pattern on the outside, because you don't want to waste all the material. You want to see some of what you're doing. That's what it's all about. I'm just filming. Like that. Doesn't matter if it's not quite, you know. We've got this here, but we will sort that out. Don't worry about that, okay? So just make sure you pull that back. And that's glued in. Pull that back. And look how easy this has been to make. You can glue all that down nice and firm. Take the corner. Pop that on. And it just sits on the corner of that. And then we pull that over. And again, just make sure that this is all glued down firmly enough here. You don't want to be pulling that off. Okay. Turn that over. Oh, sorry, cut that first, sorry. Just pull that off. And then turn that over. Again, we attach that. You just get another glue stick. And then we're just going to pull that over like that. Pull it. Oh, my glue stick's falling out. Okay, then we attach this bit. Come on, glue stick. Just pinch that together. Seal that one. And then follow the thing like that, and then just pull that tight over like that. That gives you a really nice neat corner. I'm just going to do that one more time. Oops. Like I say, don't worry about that, because you are going to be putting some tape on that. I hope you've seen all of this. I can't see what you can see, so, and I have tried. Oops, don't want it too thingy-me-bob. Okay, we pull that back. We take our last piece, glue them sections in. Like that. And then we just glue it on like that. Pull that over. And just make sure that this front bit is glued down. Good enough. Like that. Turn that over. Oops, sorry, we need to cut that bit. I keep forgetting. Like I say,